everyone, it is iReverse and welcome to another video. And in this video I'm going to tell you guys how you can become a part of my guild called Incognito. And I'm basically going to go through a couple of things. First of all, what do you need to know about us, how you can apply, what is a good application, and the waiting process is also very important. And of course the requirements we're having for the guild. So you might be wondering, what do you need to know about us? Well, first of all, we are a socially competitive guild. The name is called Incognito, which basically means like the unknown or not to be seen or something around that. It's not very interesting, but our guild has been around for like 4 months right now. We've just reached level 50, which is quite an achievement. We got slots for 33 people in total, and we have been filling up those slots with great members. We have an amazing group of people who are in our guild, and some of those people have been with us since day one. And that means they have not left our guild at all. They really enjoy being in our guild. They wouldn't left for any other guild. Even if they got the choice, they would stay with us until the end, I suppose. And that's a very nice thing. So that means we're a tight group of friends playing Knights and Dragons essentially. And at the same time we're a socially active guild. So that means you gotta meet your deadlines. Like if I set a deadline, for example, for a Fusion Boost War, I expect you to get 12 battles. Now, of course, if something very important happens, like your grandma died or something like that, we can make an exception on the rule. And of course, you need to tell me this in advance, not after, you know, because then I can take it into consideration and set the deadline because of that, based on that. So, communication is very important. If there's no communication, then there's not going to be a guild, you know, there's not going to be me telling you guys what to do. People are just going to do whatever they want. So what I expect you to have is some sort of respect for the high commanders and of course the way I'm leading my guild. If you don't agree with me, send me a personal message explaining to me why you don't agree with it and give me some constructive feedback I can work with so that way we can improve the guild. Keep in mind, we have been making this guild for over 4 months, so we're pretty sure, you know, we already know what we're doing because we're doing it right and we are enjoying ourselves. And to be honest, we don't really expect to make a lot of changes in the guild as the way it is right now. So what we're looking for are the type of people who really want to join in the group of friends of the amazing people that we have, and that way can actually contribute to our, you know, group of friends and actually can enjoy playing the game at the same time. So let me just go over the requirements that we're having for our guild. So the first requirement we're having for our guild is of course to have the line chat. That is a must. If you don't have the line chat, I'll send a link in the video description explaining to you where you can actually get line and how it works, I suppose. Like I'll send you to the line website in which you can actually look it up for yourself. Should be very self-explanatory. If it doesn't really work out, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below so that way we can talk about it. If you don't have line, don't apply because we're not going to accept you. Line is an absolute must to be in our guild and to stay within our guild, okay? So the second requirement we're having is you need to be at least level 50 and above. You know, that's not very hard to get. You can get it within a week if you really try hard. If you're just started out the game, you really are like, you really aspire to join us, you can make like level 50 within 1 week and it shouldn't be hard at all. Now the third requirement we're having is you as a person. You need to make sure that you can handle criticism. You need to make sure that you understand whenever I'm telling you something that's wrong, that it actually has a reason why I'm telling you that. And I don't really tell that a lot of people, but you need to have some respect for authority, you know. Some of our members are really respected within our guild, so I'm easier to believe them over you because you're probably a new member, so you need to earn our respect. Also, what is a huge don't is not to ask for promotions. If you ask for a promotion, you're going to get kicked. And if you declare war on accident, you know, there's also going to be consequences for doing so. So be very mature about the things you're doing. Shouldn't be all that hard, you know, it's all that babysitting stuff that I'm telling you guys, but it's necessary for the sake of the video. So with that being said, let's actually talk a little bit about the application process, because that's very important too. Now let's head over to the line chat, shall we? So you're gonna first open up the line chat, and if you opened up the line chat, at the top you see a few buttons. The first one is friends, then you got chats, then you got add friends, and then you got more. Now you're gonna go to the add friends tab, and at the bottom of the add friends tab you should have a button called search by ID. Do you see it? press on it and you're gonna fill in my name, and that's Reversal KND. It's on the screen right now, cannot go wrong there. Reversal KND, you're gonna fill that in, you're gonna press the little magnifying glass, you're gonna search for Reversal KND. If you've done that, you're gonna add me to the line chat and you're gonna send me a message. And in that message, you gotta tell me why you want to join our guild. You gotta introduce yourself, the type of player you are you an active player, what kind of Knights and Dragons player you are, like tell something about yourself, like what country you're living in, etc, etc, what you like the most about the game, something, you know, be a little bit more than the usual stuff. Tell me a little bit more why you want to join our guild so specifically, why you want to get in touch with us, why you think it's gonna be fun to hang out with us, you know, stuff like that. These are a few examples I can give you already, but you know, make some up for yourself. You got a higher chance of joining in if you're a little bit creative about it. It shouldn't be all that hard, really, trust me, it's not that hard. I can already say like, hey, this is not gonna be legitimate, but if I tell you this: hello, my name is Reversal, I'm 24 years old, I live in the Netherlands. The reason why I want to join your guild is because when I'm seeing your video, when you're talking about your guild, it seems like a really fun group to be in, and because of that, I want to try hard and want to try my best to be of contribution for the guild, you know, something like that. And it's already going to accept you in the guild. It's gonna be very easy for you to actually join in, but now comes the hard part, the waiting list. Now there is actually something called the golden ticket, and the golden ticket basically means that your application is so good, and I find it so amazing to see, and it's really great. It's one of the best applications that I've been getting, that you're going to be in the front of the waiting line entirely, and that means that you really deserve to be in our guild, and that I really feel that you should be a part of our guild. So applications is very important. If your application is not good, you're gonna get rejected. If your application is okay, you're gonna join in the guild, but at the back of the waiting list. If your application is really good, you're gonna be at the front of the waiting list and be the first person to join in. So let's talk a little bit about the waiting process, because there might be a chance for you to actually having to wait for a while before you can actually join in our guild. You know, me accepting you doesn't mean you get to join in immediately, because there sometimes is a waiting list. And the waiting list is there whenever the guild is full. There's gonna be the first person joining from the waiting list whenever there's a slot. So that means if you're in last place on the waiting list, you gotta wait until the rest is in the guild before you actually get to join in. Now, being in the waiting list isn't such a bad thing, because you're getting access to a chat with amazing people, also people from our guild who can tell you a little bit more about our guild, and people who are gonna be your future guild mates. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm also gonna be in the waiting list, so you can talk to me whatever you want, you know, it's gonna be cool and everything. So we're having a lot of fun in the waiting list, and our members can tell from experience, because a lot of the members have been through the process as well, and some of them actually wanted to join in back in the waiting list after they joined the guild, because they found the waiting list chat so much fun. So it's a lot of fun to be on the waiting list. I really recommend you guys, you know, to actually have some fun in the waiting list as well. But make sure that your application does match your personality. If you tell me you're a socially active person in your application and you turn out to be awkwardly silent all the time in the waiting list, you're gonna get kicked out for lying to me. So make sure you are actually telling the truth in the application. That way we can actually rely on a person that's actually really amazing, and you guys are already really amazing for applying, but if I don't accept you or anything, I apologize for that. So the bottom line in all of this is, if you think you got what it takes to actually become a part of my guild, make sure you apply right now, because we're looking for you, and I'm really looking forward, also on behalf of my guild, to see your application. Hopefully you can become a part of my guild very soon as well. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for your attention. Hopefully you guys can become part of my guild. I said it already, and I'll say it again. And I'm going to round this thing off here. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.